Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, Grace Isis. Hi, Andrea. Let's see what I'm doing here. Got to put my glasses on so I can see. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome from sunny Hawaii. Well, it's not quite sunny yet because it's 2:00 in the morning, but I think it will be a sunny day. So hello, 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 wherever you are. Come on in and let's get this party started on this beautiful weekend. All right, so help me share it out if you haven't done so already. Just hit the share button and let everybody know to get in here and let's have some fun together today. What do you say? All right, so let's go into our hearts and call in the family. Give me just a second because my lips are a little dry. Okay, so hand on the heart and slow down the breathing. Take that breath all the way down into your lungs and then release it out slowly. And then we're going to do it again. So breathe it in very, very deep. None of the shallow breathing. Breathe it all the way in and then feel it coming up. And put your hand on your abdomen, your solar plexus. Feel that energy coming up to your heart, connecting the solar plexus and the heart. And then see it rising up to the brain. And we're going to connect the gut, the heart, and the brain. And then release slowly. This time, when you breathe it in, breathe in love, breathe in light, breathe in peace, breathe in joy. And we're going to say those affirmations that we've been saying for 194 days. Thank you, Deirdre. And welcome, Annie. Welcome, Kathy. I am enough. Say them with me. I am enough. I am worthy. I am love. I am peace. Miracles happen to me every day. Opportunities show up everywhere. I am a spark of the divine. I am healthy. I am happy. Can you say that one? Can you say that with your heart? I am happy. You know, life's just way too short not to be. And I appreciate all of you so much. You're my joy. When I come on here in the morning and I see your faces, well, I see your names. Some of you, I see your faces. But it's a remembrance of times spent together, conversations had, and life is way too short to not be happy, to not do the things that bring you joy in your heart. I had this conversation with a couple of young people yesterday, and it was so amazing to talk to them. They were, I would say, mid-20s, mid to late 20s, and just their outlook and the things I was able to share with them and telling them about the Peace on Earth tour and sharing with them about the Morning Cuppa. And I invited them to jump on to the Morning Cuppa in the morning, but of course it's 2:00 in the morning for them, so I don't hold out any hope there. But it was just so interesting to hear their viewpoint and their desire to be happy, to do the things they wanted to do while there was time to do it. None of us are guaranteed any time at all. We never know when our number's up and when we'll no longer be here on earth. So live your life. That was my message to them. There's things you want to do. There's dreams that you have. You're only here for a short period of time. So make sure if you have that dream in your heart that you pursue it. Make sure you do those things that are going to bring you some joy in your life. And I say that to everybody I talk to, because like the angels told me, you're only here for a minute. What are you going to do with that minute that you have? And that's how I live my life now. It's like, I don't know. I'm going to stay in the now because I know I have this now moment. That's all I know. I know that I've had experiences, and every experience I've had has led me to here. We need all of those experiences to make us who we are. But beyond that, there's no guarantees. So I'm just going to live. I'm just going to live till I die and enjoy it, every minute of it, and have fun with it. That's the key. The angels say life should be fun. And my dear friend Bob Miller used to remind me every day, go out and play on the playground. Do those things that your heart wants to do. Be a kid again. Get out there and slide down the slide and swing on the swing set. And it doesn't matter what anybody else says. This is your life. It's your life. Live it. Sally and Tony, good morning. Great to see you. Don Baker. Yes, it has. It's busy, busy, busy right now. The days are flying by. I can't believe my time here on the island is going to be gone soon, and I'll be headed back to the mainland. Julie Kiss, good morning to you. There's no formula, only faith. I love that, Don. Oh, and thank you for that compliment. I think I look good because I feel good. That's what I'm going with. Our inside is going to determine what the outside looks like. Seriously. If you want to look younger, think younger, act younger inside, giggle, laugh, do belly laughs. I was looking at some short clips the other day, and I can't remember the exact title of the channel that it was on, but it was something like heroes something. And it was, some of them were servicemen that were deployed. And there's some great comedians in there. They have a lot to share. And it was just fun. It was funny. It was clean. And I was laughing out loud. I was doing the belly laughs with some of them because they were that funny. Made me want to go to a comedy show that, some of the comics are really good, that don't go into all the vulgar talk and the cursing every other word. And these were clean. These were like really, really good humor. I'll find the one that I was watching and share with you all. Kathy, I am happy. A busy weekend and week coming up. Oh, I'm so glad Colin's there. Oh, yes, that's right. You got some repairs to do on the house, don't you? I know it's coming for you, darling. I know that soon, 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 you're going to be headed south. Absolutely. Hi, Darlene. Yes, this was my confirmation that I was coming to Hawaii. And some of you might have heard that story. Good morning, Erica. So when I was applying for this house sitting job in Hawaii, I was so excited. And I said, well, God, whatever you want, your will, not mine. And I had talked to Ruth about it, and she was praying for me to get to come here. So I love thrift shopping. So I walked into a thrift store, and immediately the first thing I saw as I walked in the door was this shirt hanging there. And I took a picture of it and I sent it to Ruth and I said, "What do you think? Is this my confirmation that I'm going to Hawaii?" And she said, "Of course it is." So, I had to buy it, and I've worn it several times before I got here. I haven't worn it on the show while I'm here, but I did today. I just felt Hawaiian today. Good morning, Hope. Oh, thank you, darling. I appreciate that. That's my favorite color. Good morning, Leo. Kathleen Caputo. Good morning, Mama Hada Bear. Oh, it's so good to see all of you. So y'all might have heard that Pele did a little dance yesterday. The volcano at Kilauea was just putting on a show for everyone. And I was tempted to drive up there. I came this close to driving up there. I was in my car, and I had been, as I said, I was talking to these young people, and one of them said something about the volcano. And I said, "When did it start erupting again?" And it had just happened yesterday. And I thought, well, I have time to drive up there. Maybe I should. And then I was just asking the angels, should I take the drive up? Because it is a bit of a drive to get up to the volcano. And I heard, no, don't go. And I know the reason, because it didn't erupt very long. It was over before we knew it. So if I had driven up there, it would have been a disappointment because all I would have seen was smoke. So I didn't take the drive. But one of these days before I leave, I think it's going to erupt again before I go. And I would love to be able to videotape that or do a Facebook Live and show you all that beauty when it does erupt, because it is beautiful. It's just so powerful and magnificent. Right, Sally? That was my validation, my confirmation that I was going to Hawaii. And then right after that is when I got the word. And it was interesting, as I talked to the homeowner, Kathy, after I got here, she was like, we already had somebody. We had somebody lined up to do this house sit. And as soon as I got your application, I told them, no, it's not available. And we decided immediately that it was you. So that was the angels. That was spirit. It was a real miracle that I did get to come here. I know, Kathy. Well, there's a park. It's called Volcano Park. And you can go there and you can see it from a bit of a distance, but you're like really, really close to it, to where it's so amazing to look at. I would love to see it at night. That's when it's absolutely beautiful, with that red ash coming up. Oh, and speaking of ash, we got the ash here in Hilo. So I'm driving to get back home from my errands, and there was almost like snow coming down, and it was volcano ash all the way down here in Hilo where I'm at. So that was kind of interesting, but there was a breeze, so I think it was just carrying it further than what it normally did. Because last time when it erupted, when Ruth was here with me, we didn't get that. We didn't get the ash. We didn't get any of that smell. And that's one of my concerns about going closer to it, is you're breathing in all of that stuff that's coming up from the ground. But anyway, yeah, I'm having fun here. I'm getting out and about and seeing more of the countryside. I went back to Rainbow Falls yesterday because I was keep hoping to catch a rainbow, and I'm going to. one of these mornings, I'm going to be free enough to drive over there early enough when the sun's up to be able to see a rainbow. And I will definitely go live when that happens. When I'm able to catch it, I will have you share that moment with me. All right, so do you want story time? And let me know what you're doing. I know the weekend's here and it's a great time to be out and about and do things that you don't get to do maybe if you're at work during the week or you have responsibilities. Yeah, Kathy, I think most people do that get closer to it. They have the protection either like with a scarf or a mask or something. Okay, story time. The spark that lights the flame. I just go to places so dark that you can be a spark for the Lord and make it brighter. That's a quote from Victor Marx. Victor Marx is a high-risk humanitarian who has fearlessly led missions to perilous zones like Gaza, Israel, Iraq, Syria, and Southeast Asia, dedicated to aiding orphans and widows. Despite a harrowing past marked by severe abuse and a troubled youth filled with drugs and crime, Victor found redemption through the discipline of military life and his faith in God. That was a direct quote from Victor's website. As I was unfamiliar with this man, I decided to delve deeper into what he was all about. I loved his teaching on decision making. He said there were 3 things that he teaches about making decisions. So here's the 3 things. Do not make decisions based on fear. Fear will always try to rob you of your peace and lead you away from your purpose. Do not make decisions based on ego or pride. Pride blinds us to the higher path and often leads us astray. And the last one, do not make decisions based on comfort or ease. The easy way is rarely the soul's way. Growth often requires stretching. These principles are timeless. They remind us that every choice is a seed planted in the soil of our lives. When we choose from love, humility, and courage, we plant gardens of light, even in barren places. Dear angels, how can we be that spark of light when the world feels so heavy and the darkness so overwhelming? Dear ones, you are the spark because you are connected to the source of all light. This divine flame within you is eternal and unquenchable. It was placed in your soul before your first breath, and nothing in this world has the power to extinguish it. Darkness may try to whisper its illusions, but remember, darkness is only the absence of light. The moment you shine, the shadows retreat. Each act of kindness you extend is more than a gesture. It's a ripple of radiance spreading far beyond what your eyes can see. Every word spoken in truth echoes into eternity, carrying the frequency of heaven itself. And every choice rooted in love becomes a beacon, lighting pathways for those who have forgotten their way home. When you step into the shadows, don't tremble. You are not abandoned. Heaven itself walks with you. Angels surround you. The divine holds you, and the great cloud of witnesses cheer you on. The flame you carry is not solitary. It unites with the eternal light of all creation, and it multiplies with every heart you touch. Dear ones, never underestimate the spark you bear. It is more powerful than fear, more enduring than doubt, and more radiant than any shadow. You are the light bearers, the way showers, the sparks that ignite hope where hope has been lost. Shine on, precious sparks, for your flame is holy. The angels whisper, be the light that dares to shine in the darkness. Fear will flee, pride will bow, and ease will no longer entice you. You are the spark of divine love, and the world needs your fire. Angels, today I promise to shine in the dark, and I hope you all can make that promise. I hope that you don't give in to darker times or darker events and go down that rabbit hole of the sky is falling and everything looks so bad, because it can. It's all perspective. If you watched our free workshop that Michelle and I did, you understand about perspective now and looking at through lenses. And we look through bias from our lives, from our experience. But our spark that's in us is so much brighter and will shine through those darker times. They'll shine through your illnesses, your sadness, your grief, anything that's going on, all of those fires, those challenges of life. So tune into that spark when things look a little harrowing. And let's see what's going on. Sally, tomorrow you have a celebration of life to attend for Tony's sister who just passed away. Oh, sweet Tony. Putting my arms around you, darling, and being right there with you during that celebration of life for her. And Kathy says, on Sunday, I'm taking my older neighbor Carol to a big cash bingo. Oh, you're talking my language. I love bingo. papers and daubers. Well, I have daubers in my car. You want to drive to Virginia and get them. Erica, I'm so glad you're with us on the weekends. I know you work during the week, but I'm glad you can spend some time with us today. And Darlene says, it's funny you're talking about this. I've been worried about what is happening. You know, worry only adds to the darkness. Worry is a low vibration. If you understand anything about frequency, and we vibrate at a frequency, and it depends on what's going on. What's our emotional state? What's our mental state? What are we thinking, right? What am I thinking? The wait, the pause. So if we're thinking that there's no hope, everything looks kind of hopeless and helpless, then we're going to continue to see that. And the dark is just going to keep pervading. But if we think, I am a spark of the divine, this is why I encourage saying those affirmations. Say them every day. I am worthy. I'm worthy of living a life full of joy, full of happiness. I deserve that. It is my birthright. As a child of God, it's my birthright to be happy, to have joy, to dance. Dance like nobody's watching. Just be you. Just do you. And when we worry about things we have no control over, then guess what? We're just going to feel more out of control, right? What do you have control over? Well, you have control over your own actions. You have control over your reactions. You have control over how you're speaking. Your thoughts and your words become things. So, and this is true. This is not just BS. Whatever we're thinking, whatever we're focusing on, we're going to get more of that. So if you're focusing on the things that are bringing you down and that you're worried about, then that's what you're going to keep seeing. I choose joy. And it's not that I'm burying my head. I know that we live in a world of contrast. I know there's evil. I know that there's people with ill intent. And I know that if I give in to that darkness, then my spark is not shining and I'm not being effective. And I'm not going to be able to talk to young people like I did yesterday and share the light with them and what it's all about to really show up in this world, to live your life, to be you and do you. So to be effective in this world as light bearers, way showers, as the angels said, shine your light. Oh, Erica, big, big, big hug to you, darling. And Gracie says, what an on-time and wonderful reminder to keep the flame of love, light, and me burning and brightly. I sensed this aspect of me last week at the tea salon with guests. Thank you, angels, and thank you, Teri, for the message. You're so welcome, darling. And Darlene, I keep trying to tune out of this, but sometimes I can't help it. Well, then hit the pause button. You know, if you're watching a movie, you have the ability to hit pause, well, unless you're in a movie theater, right? But if you're watching and streaming a movie, you can hit the pause button at any given moment. And this is just a movie. Just look at it that way. This is a movie playing out. We're all players, right? We're all part of it. But you can hit that pause button. You can step back. You can observe and not get caught up in all of the emotion and all of the drama. Hit the pause and say, wait. Wait is what am I thinking? What am I thinking in this very moment? And then do a check-in. Am I okay? Am I okay? And there's going to be moments when you're going to say, I am not okay. And that's okay. Everything is perfect, just as it is. Whatever is for you, whatever's in your wheelhouse, whatever is in your divine plan, don't think that you have to do things like everybody else does or certain people do. Just do you. But always do that check-in. And then if you're feeling unsafe, just hit that pause button and say, am I safe in this moment, in this now moment? Am I okay? Do I need to worry about something right now that's going to harm me? Do I need to focus on something that I might need to change or I might need to get away from? So there's so many ways we can handle what's happening in our world. And if we're always looking through that lens of the world's a terrible place, the world's a dangerous place, and I don't feel safe, what can you do? Is there something you can change? And that's what I always ask. If I can't change others, none of us can. We can't change other people. We're the only ones we can change. And we can change our lens, we can change our perspective, we can change our environment. If you need to step away or go to a different place, then do that. But worry only adds to the chaos and the confusion and the turmoil. All right, we have a Kuan Yin card. Gracie, you're going to love this. Unpredictable grace. It is not lack of courage that makes you question the path before you sometimes. It is uncertainty. There is no need to doubt, just steps to take, one after the other. And as you do this, all can then unfold as it must, with the blessing of my powerful, if unpredictable, grace. I love this card. Thank you, Kuan Yin. And yeah, we have grace. So feel into the grace. And let's see what else we got. Annie 7 says Mama P and our beautiful family. I already got the envelope to mail you all the miracle magnets. When I get everything, I will start mailing them out. Oh, Annie, I need you to contact me with your information so that we can get the postage to you, or get you the ability to get the postage to mail those out. Oh, I can't wait for them to start coming to everyone. That's going to be so awesome. We have magnets that says, I am a miracle magnet. And I cannot wait. Can't wait to see them when I walk in your homes and I see them on your refrigerator or wherever you place them. I love that. All right. Deirdre's given us our daily prayer. she's nudging me because sometimes I get on a roll and I just talk whatever the angels say, and then I look at the time and I'm like, oops. But that's okay. It's Saturday. I'm not in a rush to do anything. I may go back to bed. I may not. I'm not sure yet. All right, so Deirdre, our daily prayer, and then if you all have anything to add, if you have prayers that you need us to lift up for you, for your loved ones, for the world, whatever you want to put in there, then type it in the comments, and we certainly do lift up everybody. All right, so prayers for all humans. Prayers for our beautiful Mother Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, and support for all families living with addiction, the Coalition of the Willing, our troops, the USA, Billy, Paula, and any traveling P's. Absolutely. One of the conversations I was having yesterday, and these were all native Hawaiians I was talking to, and they were talking about how amazing this place is, how much of a paradise it really, truly is here. But there's also the contrast. There's also some crime. There's also those with ill intent. There's also a lot of homeless, and I did see that on Sunday. I was leaving the service I had gone to on Sunday afternoon, actually Sunday morning for me, and I was able to drive through a neighborhood where I was able to see it with my own eyes. And the service I attended, that particular church does feeding of the homeless. And that's one reason why I went, because they have a lot of mission work, and I wanted to do something to help out while I'm here. And, there's just a lot of contrast everywhere. There's human trafficking here, more so than any other state in our nation. And I didn't realize that until I got here. So I will be doing a land blessing tomorrow on the International Day of Peace. I'll let you all know when I'm doing it, because it's going to be kind of a full day for me. But I will, I think I may do it at Rainbow Park, at Rainbow Falls Park. I think there's an opportunity to do it there. Good morning, Susan Flo. And Julie Kiss, thank you. Prayers for all in need. And Kathy, prayers for our Brandy, who will be sitting with Serenity and her mother today, as this is the day of her mother's transition. I knew she was being taken off of all support. So thank you for that, Kathy. And thank you, Sally, for our prayers for the lost and the lonely, for the homeless, the unloved or forgotten, for our troops. May God keep them all safe. For those who live in fear of another, and for our entire P family, may we all stand in our own divine grace and light. And not sure what the rest of that sentence is, but thank you for all of that, Sally. And those that feel so alone and so helpless, we definitely just need to lift them up constantly and send our light. And I think no matter where we are, we see the homeless, we see those that are displaced. Don't ignore them. If there's something you can do to help, then do it. Even if it's buying one person a meal. I've done that before and just share with that person that I did it from my heart and full of love and not out of looking at them differently, but just seeing someone that I wanted to bless. So you can do that. You can jump onto a place where they're feeding the homeless or donate to a soup kitchen or a pantry. There's so many things that we can do to help out. So whatever you are led to do in your heart, then please take some action. All right, let's go into our hearts. Let's go into an energy of love together. Just breathe. Breathe in. Feel that beautiful connecting energy, that light, that spark that's within you. I want you to envision with me the night sky. I love the night sky. Let's all just see that in our mind's eye and see the stars. Focus in on one star that's shining bright. Maybe it's shining brighter than the other stars. And just say, that's me. That's me in the darkness, shining my light. And see how much power that one little star has to light up the night sky. Now bring that into your heart. See that spark in your heart. See it as alive, moving, kind of like a candle flame when it moves around. See your spark as energy, movement. That's your connection. Remember, we breathe in and we connect with that spark every day. It's your connection to the source of all light. It might be small, it might be bigger flame inside of you. Whatever it looks like, just connect in with it. And each time you breathe in, see it growing. You can see what happens when you blow on a flame. It gets bigger, it grows brighter. And then each time you let that breath out, expand. Let that flame send forth warmth and peace to all that are seeing it. Let's feel that together. Let's see in each other that flame that's glowing out of our heart center. Now imagine that you've stepped out into the darkness. There's a lot of darkness, there's a lot of shadows. And see what happens when you step into that shadow. Maybe it's a place of uncertainty. Maybe it's doubt. Maybe it's fear. But what happens? Your spark, that one that's inside of you, it doesn't dim with the shadow. It grows stronger, just like that little star up in the sky. It shines brighter. It lets you see it and not the darkness. Every step you take in light, that flame becomes brighter, becomes more radiant. It moves outward and touches everyone that sees you. Maybe it's through your smile. Maybe it's through a warm word. You're not alone. When you're out there in the darkness and you're feeling out of control and you're feeling like there's no hope, helpless, as we were talking about earlier, just go back in. Hit the pause button. Go back in and see your light. See your spark. And say, I am the spark of divine light. And my flame will never be hidden. So let's send that flame that beautiful light out to all that have asked for prayer, those we lift up every day, those who have been added, those who are going through a hard time right now, some struggle, and some of it is really, really a big struggle. And we lift you right now with all of our sparks, all of our lights that's in our heart. We wrap around you. When you feel like your spark has gone out, it hasn't gone out. Maybe it just needs a little boost from our light so that yours can burn brighter. And let's lift all of these prayer requests. Let's just take them to the divine. Take them right to the foot of the Creator and say, here, it's not my burden. I can't control anything. I can't answer these prayers, but you can. And miracles will come forth. We believe, we trust, and we know that each prayer is seen and heard and answered for the best and highest good of all. And thank you. Mahalo to God. We love you. We bless you. We honor you as the giver of all life, the giver of all miracles. And so it is. Amen. And Om Shanti. I hope you like that little trip into your heart to find your spark and to let it just shine as bright as it can shine. Maybe that brought somebody a moment of peace in your heart by going there. All right, so it is time, now that we've come back together, it's time to say thank you. I love you. Or as we say here on the island, mahalo, which means thank you. So let's get Leo singing to us while we share out some love and light from our sparks inside of our heart. I don't know, Leo, that sounds like a song to me. In my heart. Doesn't that sound like a good song title? Maybe I'll write a poem, A Spark in My Heart. I just got that download to do that. Oh, I love that, Kathy. Unconditional love is the sun within that never stops shining. And sometimes we can't see that sun up in the sky because it's covered over with clouds. Well, for us, that's darkness, that's the contrast and the shadow. But the sun's always there. So it's there. It just needs to be uncovered a little bit. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod, the daily mantras. Thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. Thank you, I love you, namaste. Full of joy. We all deserve joy. Always hard and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we are part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can we are the winning team. Oh, you're welcome, Grace Isis. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantras. Thank you, I love you, namaste. Namaste, y'all. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantras. Thank you, I love you, namaste. There you go, Kathy. Yep. It's going to affect everyone around you when you let your light shine brighter. Okay, ready for the dance? Because there really is no secret. There really is no secret. We simply accept, allow. AAA, y'all.
start the day on a high five, we call the AAA. Morning cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Yeah. Morning cuppa full of joy every day at 8. Just start the day on a high five, we call the AAA. Morning cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Yeah.
Love joy. Ooh, thank you, Grace Isis, for that reminder. If you haven't signed up, come on the cuppa while I'm away. Please do so. We want to keep this going. I don't want to just let it slide and then months go by. We haven't had a cuppa full of joy. So talk to Grace Isis. Let her know that you're willing to jump in here and help out. Woo! Aloha and mahalo for being here today. And for my astral travelers, we're not meeting today, in case you were looking for it later on. It'll be next week. We're doing every other week. So enjoy your day today and do something fun. Put some joy in your life. Oh, you're welcome, Kathleen. Annie, you're seeing that male cardinal. I love that. We have special cardinals here in Hawaii. They call them Brazilian cardinals, and they're not really cardinals, but they look like cardinals. But only their head is red, and it's bright red. They're so interesting. I'll try to video some of them and let you all see what they're like. I saw baby ones the other day. So, yeah, I think it's time to do some bird videos and let you all see some of the beauty here in Hawaii with the animals. Yes, there's no restriction. Just come on and do the morning cuppa. The only thing I ask is keep it positive, check in with each other. I'll do a training once you get signed up to take a time slot. There'll be a training, so you're not going in blind, and it's so easy. So come help us out at Morning Cuppa. If you want to keep this going and you want to keep the conversation alive while I'm off on the Nile River in Egypt, I'll probably be able to do some while I'm in India with Prachetta, but we really need help for those couple of weeks that I'll be in Egypt. So let Grace Isis know that you're willing to help out. I love you all so much. And tomorrow I'll be back at 2 o'clock Eastern Time with the afternoon cuppa. And Ruth and I have changed our Sunday meditation to 1 o'clock Eastern. So just before cuppa, you can meditate with us and just really get into the flow of loving on each other. I love you so much. I will see you later.